What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. If you're new, welcome. This is going to be a Mythic plus 15 Temple of Sethraliss, and I'm going to be playing Resto Druid. Going to be running with a Druid tank, a Boomy, a Demon Hunter, and a Mage. This week it kind of sucks. There's a lot of extra damage going on here. So basically, when someone dies, you take 13% of your health as damage, and it stacks. So it's stacked to 2 right there. Everybody's taking damage. Now there's an individual one. And as you can see, everyone kind of melts. In most pulls, I'm going to be going half mana. Maybe less, maybe more. It's according to what kind of pull it is. But yeah, it's going to be pretty imperative to drink whenever you can. We do a lot of killing at the front end, so we can skip a lot on the back end, which is nice. And we actually made this under the timeline by 3 or 4 minutes, so it wasn't a bad run at all. I think the tank dies once, so if you're looking for White Fist, this is not for you. And that's just because also this week is a debuff. So if you get hit by a melee attack, it puts a dot on you, and it also reduces the healing received. So, yeah. So, if the tank pulls a shit ton and gets that stacked up pretty high, there's nothing we can do. Because you're going to take no healing from us. As you can see, the tank's tanking back to the start here. I was going to wait to see where he went. He's going back to the start. So, we're basically going to kill here. Or at least kill the Mind Flays here. And then go from there. Mage is taking a bunch of damage. I'm healing them up pretty hardcore. I want to keep my hots up on everybody during this, just because the Mind Flays can go on whatever, whenever. And I want to keep my eye on the tank, because he's going to be taking some damage. But yeah, we take a shit ton of damage right here. I go towards the tank. He actually goes away. I thought about using Tranquility here, but I don't want to use it unless I have to. And now, since he's taking him all the way to the boss, I can heal everybody up. And he's got big enough self-heals as a Druid tank, where if we're line of sight here for a little bit, he's not going to be taking too much damage. So I catch up to him. I put my dots on the enemy, and now I want to hot up. He's been taking a lot of melee attacks, so his healing received is going to be reduced drastically. He uses Frenzy Regen on himself, which is nice, because, well, my heal's not going to be doing much. But yeah, as you can tell, we've done 3 pulls and a moon. It's going to be a very week. It's actually a shitty week to heal. I didn't do too many mythics this week, just because of the damage reduction. They go through the portal pretty quick, and I see the druids are already over there attacking, so I'm going to go through. I have about 20% mana. I already said need to drink before boss. I War Stomp there. We get a good solar beam from the Boomy. So yeah, everything's going pretty much to plan right now, and it's going pretty well. Just as a healer, you have to keep an eye on when everybody starts melting. So, yeah. Not when you start melting, when they start melting, because of that debuff. It's just, it hits so hard. I need to dispel the mage there, I do. Keep the dispels quick. Boomy's taking a lot of damage somehow. I don't know how, but he's taking a shit ton. So I just go ahead and swift mend them. And I'm going to wild growth everyone that way. When this 4 seconds, 13% of your health, that stacks. Starts hitting everybody. Everybody can stay healed. It's time for me to drink. I try to drink, but the dot's still on me. So I'm going to drink here. Just call out your drinking. Tank knows you're going to drink, but if Tank's tunnel vision and focused, he's not going to notice. Also, the melee's not going to notice. And the tank needs to know if you got mana or not, because he can do a bigger pull or a lesser pull. He can't do really big pulls this time, this week, because if you pull 2 mobs this week, you're definitely, we're dead. Because that debuff of 13%, that stacks. I mean, you do a pull of 5 people, 65% of your health is gone in 4 seconds at the end of that. And Tank has a debuff of healing, which is horrible. So yeah, Boomy's taking a shitload of damage. I swift mend them and regrowth them, and it hit for a shit ton. So he actually got full health there. I might pop Tranquility here. Yep, there it is. It's like I know what I'm going to do before I do it. No, I should have popped Tranquility there. That little AoE move took everybody down to about 50% health. It is plus 15, so I'm keeping an eye on that. The damage that he can do. Mana-wise, I'm not doing too hot, but I still have Innervate if I need it. So I'm not too upset. The Boomy said I'll be damned, which is funny because he almost got roasted there. But for somehow my regrowth hit him for 300k or some 200 plus, just because I'm running a talent, Soul of Forest, and Prosperity. So Swiftman increases my regrowth by 200%, and it crits, yeah. So it probably healed him for about 220, 230, and then the Swiftman probably crit and healed him for another 100. And he's only got upper 400k health. So damage wise, it seemed to run pretty smooth in this group. I DPS, I mean, as a healer in Mythics, you're going to have to DPS some. So I keep my dots up as much as I can. I Solar Wrath as much as I can. I'm keeping my eye on everybody's health. This boss doesn't have a real big move, like one-shot move, that he can kill somebody in the group. So yeah, so we're killing him. Going pretty smooth right here. And he's dead. Now, plus 15, these little shit that fall in the tunnel, if you get hit by these, you're going to be pretty close to dead. So, make sure nobody gets hit. This was a good group. DPS was smart. Tank was smart. I'd like to think I'm smart, but, yeah. Except I run in front of that guy right there. So, yeah, just tanking. Just tank and spank right now. We got another little portal dude here. I'm trying to figure out mana-wise if I need a drink. I think I'm okay. He goes to it pretty quick. I do. I tried a quick drink, but I had that dot on me. And I believe this is where the tank goes down. So you see there's 6 things. So 5 ads and the main guy, right? So 6 melee are hitting the tank. He's taking insane debuff on heals. As you can see, my regrowth barely does anything. I pop everything on him. He just goes down. Everyone's kind of going down. Now, the good thing is, I'm kind of worried because I know the sphere is going to hit me. I try to dispel, whatever. I try to breeze the tank, but of course, he's not there. Now, the good thing is, the Demon Hunter and the Boomy, the Mage. I think Mage has aggro on the main guy right now. The Mage is very good at kiting right now. He is kiting this guy all the way down. I'm having a dash just to catch up. So we have the Mage is kiting this guy perfectly. I want to keep the Mage up. I know he's got aggro. He gets out of range here, which I understand. I should Swift Myth him, regrowth him, which I do. I dispel him. I get feared. It's fine. I still have the huge regrowth left, and that regrowth just hit there. He's going down. Demon Hunter takes the aggro, which is nice, and kites him. So, even though I tried to vortex him there, I knew that shouldn't have worked. Even though the tank went down, we did very well to live. So, only 1 death. My tank trinket proc from PvP, I love running that in Mythics just in case. That was amazing kiting by the Mage, and then the Demon Hunter once he got aggro. Sorry, they're taking a drink in mana-wise and taking a drink in real life. So we pop out. We got to kill all these guys. It's going to run pretty smooth. I get a little worried towards the end of this just because of how he's pulling. It's not enough time for the debuff to fall off of him. He says I'm ashamed as a tank. That's funny. He knows about the debuff. What he should have done is went in there, thrashed, and swiped a couple times, and then dashed out of there. Kind of like what the Mage did. He should have just got aggro and ran the hell out from that area. And he would have been fine. He would have kited all the way down here. I would have kited all the way down here. The DPS would have killed the little guys. And yeah, it would have been fine. So as you see, just this first pull, I lose 20% mana. Maybe a little over 20%, 30% mana. So yeah, so dispel the tank there. He's using Barskin, which is perfectly fine. We get the debuff of the 13% health, but I'm trying to keep a rejuve on everybody to combat that. But yeah, we're making really good time. We've only died once. He knows at the end when you do the orbs into the snake skull, the orb guardians make it a little slow. Also, that is a shitload of melee hitting you there, so he is going to take insane amount of damage. And he's also not going to take any healing because, again, it's going to debuff. But you'll see that here in a second. This is actually a very quick run. I was looking at the gear at the beginning of it. Everyone's 460-ish to 465-ish, except for me and the Demon Hunter, I believe. We're in the 470s. I think my gear, healing-wise, is 474. And that's for all of them now. Agility, intellect, specs, whatever. Boomy, Feral, Guardian, Resto. I'm 474, I don't know. Running the PvP trinket when I can. The tank PvP trinket just because of that. I'm letting them know we'll need to drink before boss. As you can see, my mana's down to 30%. And yeah, I should dispel that. It was on cooldown. I spelled the tank first, but that's fine. Just throwing up my hots, keeping my hots up. It's not a bad week for Druid healing. We don't have the big ass heals that some healing specs have. But for this little debuff that we take, we're actually not bad at it because we have so many hots. I'm looking... Okay, he's kiting. I get the poison on me. I should dispel it, but it's on cooldown because I dispelled the tank, of course. I'm trying to dispel me now, which I do. I can't dispel the mage, so I'm going to throw my 2 rejuves on him. I'm going to do a regrowth here on the tank. As you can see, it's not healing for much. That's why he's running. His stacks are super, super high. And that's why he's running. They put 3 poisons all on him. Glad I had to spell off cooldown. But as you can see, he is taking crazy... Like, he's not taking crazy damage. My heals aren't doing shit, to be frank with you. But yeah, so I'm completely I saved Innervate. I didn't want to use Innervate. The 3 stacks are the debuffs off me, so now it's time to drink. He can run in. Once I get to about 80% and I'm still drinking, he can run in because he's got good self-heals. I even typed I'm good before I get fully drinked. And I chew on ice. I don't know. Does anybody else chew on ice? I chew on ice like a sumbitch. Like, all the time I chew on ice. But yeah, DPS. This boss doesn't do too much damage, kind of like the other one. But yeah, just DPS when you can. As healer, keep everybody up. Make sure when he does the blind, you turn around so you don't get blind. I try to do a war stomp here. I get some of them, not all of them, but it's fine because our DPS is actually pretty good. I did wonder because the Boomy asked me before I started recording, if I wanted him to go Boomy or Feral. I think both were viable. I think for big pulls, Boomy AoE is probably a little better. Single target, the Feral might be better. I don't know. I'm kind of playing around with Feral next week. So here's Blinding Cyan. Just make sure you turn around and you're good. And yeah, so I'm going to play around with Feral this next week. So my next week Mythic might be Feral. So that's a regrowth and a Swiftman on the Demon Hunter who is at 20% health and he's fully health. Here comes another blind. I don't see it until it's too late, but I do get efflorescence on the ground. So that's going to heal the Demon Hunter and the tank a little bit. And yeah, here come the ads again. So this should be the last ads. Put efflorescence on the ground. Fire Mage is kind of right there. Just don't get hit by the worm or the snake under the ground. Even at Mythic plus 15, it's not going to one-shot you. I just got hit there. So it took me down to 70% health, which wasn't bad. The Demon Hunter got hit there. I just threw my 2 hots on him. I still have Innervate if I need it, and I'm close to 50% mana. So this is going smooth. Nobody's standing in dumb shit. Nobody's doing dumb things. DPS when I can, like I said. Here comes the spit. I kind of was ready, but I thought it was the blind, so I turned it around. Just because I'm not paying attention, to be honest with you. I get tunnel vision sometimes healing. Here comes another spray. I kind of run around, another spray, run around, another spray. So this is the end where the tank or the boss gets kind of crazy. But yeah, so here comes the blind. Look away. All you gotta do is read the screen, really. But I'm too dumb to do that sometimes. But yeah, so here comes some ads. Tanks or the boss is still above. There's a blind, and I get hit by it. If someone was in really bad trouble, that could have been really bad. But nobody's in trouble right now. This team's pretty smart. There's another blind. Again, if someone was in trouble, I'd have been screwed, but everybody's fine. Now, these guys, they build charges, and then they release the charge. As a mage, you can spell steal them. So, most mages don't know that. But here, he's accumulating charge. He has a charge. So, the mage can spell steal that. I believe the mage does spell steal that because the mage is just taking a lot of aggro. So the mage had his spell still out because it increases his damage a shit ton. There's another charge on this one, and it's gone. Again, I think the mage spell stilled it, which is amazing. I take lightning damage because I'm not paying attention to what's under me or what's coming from above me. There's an AoE release. There's another release. So yeah, time for wild growth. Put some rejuves on everybody. Everybody should be fine. Mana-wise, I'm a little bit in trouble, but not too bad. Tank's taking a lot of damage again because his stacks are pretty high because these guys are hitting on melee. So I type in mage, you can spell steal the charges. I believe he's already spell stealing, but I just wanted to type it out to make sure. Also, I need to drink. So I'm going to send that. I'm going to go travel form, and I need a drink, but I know this shit right here. If you have a horrible computer, which I used to have, I would say my computer's decent now, but I used to have a shitty computer, and my computer would lag every time I went through that, and it would take me like 30 minutes to get through that. But yeah, I'm letting the mage know it'll make your damage crazy if you steal the stat or the charges. Again, I should have drank, but I couldn't. So this is going to be kind of an iffy pool. I think I even use Tranquility on a regular pool. I'm not a fan of it, but I know the next boss isn't too crazy as long as everybody does what they're supposed to. So I'm not too worried about it. Plus, I don't want us to wipe because that's every time someone dies, you lose a minute. This is a long video, man. Holy shit. If you hear me drinking or eating ice, that's what I'm doing. I'm drinking water. As you can see, everybody's getting melted here. He just got a charge, so it's time to pop Tranquility. There's no point in someone dying and costing your team a minute. A minute doesn't seem that long, but when you only get 36 minutes to complete the dungeon or the mythic, yeah, it is kind of a lot. Again, we don't do this because we're going to use it to skip a bunch coming up. So we're at 19 minutes now. He's down there. I wanted to make sure I get a full drink. I do. Time to throw the hots up. So yeah, it's pretty easy place. I like this one, Motherlord, or what is it called? Tall something. Mythics at 15 or plus, just because they seem like the easiest ones. Some people might disagree, but that's the ones I like to do. At least one of those for my 475 item in the chest, which comes tomorrow. So this and that will be out tomorrow on my page. So hopefully if you enjoyed this, you'll look at what I got in my 475 chest. Everybody's taking a decent amount of damage here. I'm going to throw regrowth up. I'm going to put rejuve on everybody I can. I try to stun him. Of course, it doesn't work. Demon Hunter's taking some damage, so that should be a Swiftman regrowth. There you go. That one hit for 258k. So yeah, so if I do Swiftman regrowth and it crits, 258k. Or that was a non-crit. So yeah, that was a non-crit, 250k. So a crit would be in the 300s. Close to 400. But yeah, doing damage. I know I'll have time to drink before the boss sets up. So that's why I'm kind of DPSing, throwing my dots up, everything like that. There's no real worry right there. They're not putting off the debuff, so it's time to drink. So I'm going to drink on this boss. If you don't know, totems come up from the ground. They shoot lightning towards the boss. So if the boss gets hit by it, it increases his damage. So you block the totems. You don't want to block multiple totems, so you want to block one, let the stacks fall off, and then block another. You'll see here in a second. There's a good mind flay up by one of the DPS. Everybody's popping everything. We're popping. Yeah, everything's going. So right now the tank has a totem. If you see, now the mage got in the way, which is good. So the mage has the totem. I take a couple of them. So now the Boomy has one. The mage shouldn't have one. There's a totem there. I don't want it to be on the tank, so I'm going to take it. As you can see, the charges are stacking up. There's 4, there's 5. They only last 10 seconds, so I'm going to take this one. Demon Hunter took that one, which was really cool. So now I need to wait 5 seconds to let these stacks fall off. As soon as these stacks fall off, boom, I'm in front of another one. So I'm taking that one. It's good to have, I mean, if you were all range, it would be a little more difficult, I think, this boss. But having healer and 2 range, the totems that come up are only right around there. So you shouldn't have more than 3 totems up at any time. So again, DPS when you can, heal when you can, efflorescence on the ground. There's another totem. I have no stacks. I'll take these. I take them. And yeah, again, throw up my dots, throw up my hots, and keep everybody alive. Wild growth there. I put my double rejuve on myself. I'm going to just regrowth myself. I don't want anyone to have problems. So I'm going to heal everybody up, re-hot everybody. I'm going to take that one. Oh, Boopme takes that one. That's fine. As long as someone takes it and it's not the tank. Here comes one. The tank's getting it. I try to run up in there. I run on top of it. I don't even know what's going on. Boss is almost dead, so it really doesn't matter. We're not going to wipe there anyways. Plus, I had Tranquility up. Plus, I had Innervate up. Wasn't worried about that at all. I'm going to drink as quick as I can. Again, have to drink. We skip all the bullshit with those orbs that reset you. So it's perfect to do this. Get him. Haul ass. Get his ass all the way down there. So all you got to do is kill these little fungus things on the ground in front of you. There you go. It clears it out so you can run through that. We do have two good range, so shouldn't be an issue. Healing up here, trying to keep everybody healed. I can go travel form, so I know I can catch up to everybody. And you don't have to worry about these things now because you're in the different realm or different, whatever you want to call it. Shadow realm, upside down realm, if you like Stranger Things. I don't know. Call it whatever you want. Upside down world, whatever. So yeah, by the time we get here, I can heal everybody up. I put efflorescence on the ground. Really no issues. Range is doing a little bit of damage to him, but again, there's no real worry to damage him back there. So yeah, it's time to damage. Use my Azurite traits. Use my... Man, that mage and tank took that. Get out of purple circles. There are no good purple circles. So if you see a purple circle or fire, get the fuck out. They're not good. They're not friendly. But yeah, he's going down super quick. Like I said, our damage was pretty good. It wasn't bad. I already see the tanks down there tanking. The mage fell off, so he died, which took a minute off us. He just walked off. That's funny. I just noticed that too. I guess I noticed in the game because the clock popped up, and if the clock pops up, that means someone died. So yeah, DPS when I can. Sethraliss. I mean, my Sethraliss are critting for 28k, so I can't be too mad about that damage. But yeah, keep everybody up, keep everybody alive. I have enough mana for this. We should have... Our DPS is very AoE cleave, so we should be able to kill these guys pretty quick. Demon Hunter can fly and do his little speed shit with the orb, so it's good. The issue here is, you'll see in a second, the tank is going to have those debuff stacks, because all of these are melee hitting them, and it's going to be pretty crazy. So I'm trying to catch up, get to him. Yeah, he's about to take a shitload of... I'm throwing regrowths. They're healing them for like 20k. It's pretty bad. All my hots are on him. As you can see, my hots are doing nothing. No green numbers are popping up over the tank. So yeah, he's taking... Now my green numbers are back, so the stacks fell off. Now he can run back and do some damage. Too many on you. I'm trying to type it out because, yeah, I don't want us to wipe because of that. I'm trying to DPS as much as I can. A Vortex here to keep them in this. I should go Bear Form, throw a Thrash. There I go. Keep my Sunfires up on all of them. Do as much damage as I can. And try to heal the tank as much as I can. The issue is, of course, that debuff will get there. But yeah, with this comp, we should be doing some pretty decent damage. Throw another Thrash stack. War Stomp doesn't work, but it's okay. Our damage they're ticking. While we're doing all this, the Demon Hunter actually goes and gets the other orb and caps it himself. So it was a good job by the Demon Hunter. Now we just need to kill these guys. We need to see percentage-wise if we've done 100% yet. There is one back there that we need to go to, but I don't know if we're at 100% yet. So we might have to kill more before we can skip all this. But if we're at 100, we should be good. I just looked real quick. I think we are at 100, so we can run back now. Yeah, well, we're at 91. But the guys around the boss should be enough for us to be able to do it. We're going to have to kill a couple of these guys getting through anyways. I don't think these guys even give you a percentage, but if they do, they do. And we got to kill the purple thing in the other world. So we should, it's 91, we should get to 100 by the boss. It was a very good plan because we skipped what we needed to. We didn't skip what we needed to. And yeah, healing was a son of a bitch, but I'm not too upset about it. Again, my heals are doing nothing on them. There's no green numbers above them. I don't know why I keep throwing heals into them. There you go. Now my heals are ticking. What am I typing? My heal's doing 0 heals on you. I don't know. I knew the clock was kind of close, and I knew the final boss takes a little bit of time. So I just wanted to make sure we got this shit done right. Of course, these pats keep walking by and keep coming to us. So we just need to kill them real quick, get in this other, click this, get down to the boss, and go. I see that pat coming, and I'm hoping they don't hit me by the time I get in. Thank God I got in. Again, there's these little dumb beetle bullshits, so they're going to put the stack on the tank. I need the tank to stay alive. And I use Swiftman. I want to keep Rejuve up on everybody, and it's time to keep my heals up on the tank. But yeah, as long as the tank has aggro, we're good. I just got to make sure the Demon Hunter doesn't die because he's back here doing dumb shit. I also used a Swiftman there, regrowth on him, which gave him full health. Basically, when your tank does this, just run with your tank. There's no other reason not to run with your tank. Just run with your tank. You can kill all these guys when they get down here. But yeah, we got 9 minutes. And those things explode anyways on a timer. So you don't even have to DPS them. They just blow up. But yeah, we got 9 minutes left. We need to pull this guy all the way up. If we kill him there, we'll have to kill the mobs before the boss. But I think we do too. Yeah, he's saying 1%. So we're going to have to kill some more before we do boss. So yeah, Dispel. I take a lot of damage right there for some reason. Dispel, Swiftman, Regrowth is the big. It's really the only way druids do big heals. You have to run that talent. Or Tree Form, I guess. Tree Form works good too. You can just instant cast Regrowth all the time, which is, it's not bad. But yeah, so they actually do pull them up here because they think it should be enough. I agree. That these last guys should be enough. Mana wise, I'm a little low, but I should be able to heal just through this stuff. Nothing real major with these guys. Kind of taking spank all the way around. Boss is a little interesting just because I think he makes all healers go But what's nice is the Boomy can throw off heals and the tank can throw off heals on that part. So shouldn't be an issue here. DPS when you can, heal when you can, keep your hots up, keep your dots up. Again, I type it out. Going to need a drink before boss. But yeah, so just make sure your tank knows what's going on. If they get tunnel vision, you get tunnel vision. Everybody gets tunnel vision in this game. The only time I don't get tunnel vision is PvP for some reason. PvE, I get tunnel vision. What's funny is PvE, you can stand in shit and die in seconds. PvP, it's not that easy to kill you. Should dispel the Demon Hunter here, but I dispelled the tank first. Let's see. Keeping my hots up. I should dispel the Demon Hunter. I don't know what I was waiting on. Oh, that's what I was waiting on because it was going to come back on the tank. Now it's time to drink, so get a quick drink. And then it's the boss battle, man. We're here. We're at 100%, right on the nose. So I'm drinking. They told me to start it when I'm ready. I don't like to start it. I think that's the tank thing. But yeah, I say I'm good. Let's roll. I'm full. I got Innervate and I got Tranquility, so I should be pretty good. If you haven't done this dungeon, which I'm sure you have if you're watching this video this long, I'm sure you've done this dungeon. But the guy in the middle, you just got to heal him up once you kill everything and then rinse and repeat. The frogs will hit you and take some mana, and they do decent damage. But yeah, so, damn, that lightning almost killed me by itself. So I'm going to go bear form and heal myself up. But I see the tank's taking a bunch of damage, so I'm going to heal him up. Re-hot everybody. Make sure you don't stand in that fucking lightning, because that's what almost killed me. And yeah. So that little orb right there, by the Boomy, that helps heal the main guy, so I want to stand by that. If you hit it too early, it gets negated. I don't even know if that's not even a word. It might be. I don't know. I'm not smart enough to know if that's a word or not. So I'm going to stay by it. No one should need heals. Yep. So I'm going to go click it. Quick. That's healing them. So you see there's 2 regrowths and somebody else is healing them 3 regrowths. So both the Boomy and the tank threw some heals on them. I'm throwing just regrowth after regrowth after regrowth. I don't want to get hit by the lightning. He's doing a lot of heals. So yeah, he should be fine. He went purple, which means the heals aren't doing shit on him anymore. And now it's time for the next wave. This is a good time to pop Lust or Time Warp if you have a mage, just because you're gonna get a haste boost on the last go around anyways. So there's nothing really to worry about here. It's a good way to kill the toads if you have good AoE. It's a good way to kill them, and just make sure your tank is fully hotted. If you're another healer, just make sure your tank's kept up because they can do some pretty big damage at times. But yeah, so I'm debating right now to Tranquility or not. I don't think I need to. I still have Innervate. I still have Tranquility. I should be fine. Rejuve myself twice. Rejuve on everybody twice. Wild Growth. Put Effervescence on the ground. And the mage get hit by lightning and almost dies. So yeah, so I go over here. I click the orb. They're going to come kill the toads. And I need to heal that guy up. So I throw my hots on him. Throw regrowth. I threw a Swiftman regrowth, and that should do it pretty good. Yeah, he's fully healed now. We have 3 regrowths taken on him. I got 2 rejuves. Yeah, he's fully healed up. So now it's the last go around. You get a little bit of a buff here. So everybody's haste is increased a shit ton. So everybody's going to be doing a shit ton of healing. Swiftman regrowth here on the Boomy. Keep him alive. Don't stand in lightning. But yeah, so I still have Tranquility. I still have Innervate. I don't think there's a way we can lose this now, but I guess there always is a way. But yeah, so I'm just chilling, man. If you're like me, you're yawning through this video. I popped Tranquility for shits and giggles. Everyone's going to take it. It's not that far apart. And yeah, so everybody's got Tranquility on them. Everybody's got hots on them. Everybody's got dots on them if you're damaged. And there we go. We made it in time. You beat the timer. So yeah, plus 15 is a good run. We did it in 32 minutes, which isn't bad. I do an extra roll. I get Azurite, and then I do the chest, and I get a 465 boots, which are not up to par with what I have. Hopefully you enjoyed this. 32 minute plus 15 is never bad in Temple because there's a lot of stuff that takes time. And if you enjoyed it, please subscribe, and thank you for watching. Have a good day. Take care.